does THORChain order orders first come, first serve, or based on the slippage of the pool?
Yeah, it's based upon basically the predominantly the size of the trade, right? So in this case, and this is kind of like this is why it was designed the way that it's designed in some ways, is that if there's a pool like differential, like the price is too low, right? Like the Bitcoin price is too low right now relative to what it was when it was paused, which is like 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. Um, and you're making $1,000 trade to correct that price, right? You will pay less in fees, right, than somebody who's doing $900, right? So, but in order for me to get ahead of you, I'm going to do $1,000, 1,100, for example, right? But I'm going to theoretically, I would pay more in fees. This is assuming non-streaming swap, by the way. I would pay more in fees, but I would get ahead of you, but I would take less of a profit by doing so, right? And then somebody else said, well, I'll do 1,200. And they're going to get, instead of getting a $100 profit, they're now going to get a $80 profit. And the next person, I'll do for $1,300 trade, and they'll get a $60 profit. And so it kind of creates like a bidding war in effect. This is why it was designed originally back in the day. Obviously, like streaming swaps is a different world. It's more complicated now, but I'm just trying to keep it like the simpler way of thinking about it, is that like, yes, you're going to want to have your trade be larger so that you can beat out everybody else and actually get the trade and make the $100 that you would make or whatever the number is.
And that's important too, because the bigger the swap, that actually it goes first in the order, and that helps prevent MEV attacks, right? That's a simple design choice that prevents
Yes,
people.
because
Yep.
in a MEV attack, like most commonly, like somebody's doing a trade, like from this asset to this asset, and me as the MEV or the validator, I would insert a trade before you and insert a trade after you. This is called a sandwich attack. And I would push the price against you before, then you trade against your best interests, and then I trade underneath after you, and I have a trade before and after. But because in THORChain you can't order the trade order, but you can on Ethereum. Ethereum, you can just put any transaction in any order that you want to. There's no priority by the protocol itself, the layer one. And so our protocol does prioritize the order through a consensus mechanism so that validators cannot choose to put this order first and that order second and that order third, like you can on Ethereum or other exchanges. The only really way that you could theoretically MEV attack on THORChain is by excluding transactions in a block rather than structuring the block in a certain order.
I
That's
go
much
over
harder
this.
to do.
Yeah, it's possible, but like that's generally not how MEV works. You don't MEV attack by not putting things into the block. Usually it's by manipulating the block and actually do that. But theoretically, another way of doing it is if 10 orders come in and they all want to get into the next block, and I'm the validator, I can just ignore the 9, include the 1 that's mine, and then that's a way of achieving it. But you couldn't do a MEV in that way. You couldn't do a sandwich attack in that kind of way.
I've tried to explain to crypto savvy people there's no MEV extraction on THORChain, and they're like, "Well, how does that work?"
Yeah,
Like they don't believe me. And
they
just
don't
like
believe you.
Yeah, I've had that same
like
problem.
the layer one to layer one. They're like, "Well, how does that work?" They just
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They just don't think it's
It's funny.
possible. It's
It's so
like,
funny that there are so many things that we innovated on this protocol that's like for us it's like old news. It's been around for years, right? Almost since the beginning. Like literally, like the MEV thing was true on day one, right? Like it wasn't even something we added later. And at that time, back then, MEV started for minor extracted value. Now it stands for like minimal value. Like they changed the acronym to mean something that just sounds nicer because the Ethereum community is just like, well, there's no way to stop MEV. Like we're just kind of fucked. So we'll just like spin it and like MEV is good, everybody. And then we're going to build these massive MEV operations so that everybody can participate in MEV, not just the validators. And since everybody has access to MEV, there is no MEV and MEV is good. Like that's kind of the argument that they've made over the years because it's acknowledged that like there's no way to stop MEV. MEV's going to happen on Ethereum. Everybody's fucked. So we're just going to pretend that it's okay and just build massive apparatuses to make MEV even easier to achieve on these protocols.
it's like the Russians saying like we know they're
What?
lying. They know we know they're lying. we know that they know that we know they're lying. It's this big long thing, right? It's like everybody knows everyone's lying, but everyone just keeps lying. And
Yeah.
it's funny.
Well, here's the
And
thing.
there's
If someone thinks that Chad Barefoot is lying, I would encourage you, please try to MEV attack THORChain as aggressively as you possibly can. Send as many Ethereum transactions or whatever you want to do. MEV attack us. Please do that. Make us liars. Show it. Be done. Please use a minimum $500 million. I'm sure you'll get it at some point. Please do
just keep
that.
on
Maybe a
putting more
billion.
money.
Just
Just keep
keep making
trading.
those switch. Just keep
Just
doing it. You'll
keep
figure it
doing
out.
it. Yeah, it's funny how many times we've made significant improvements in this industry, and most of the industry is not even aware that it even exists. And then maybe that's my fault for not like broadcasting it louder or something like this, but we have actually solved significant problems in the industry as a whole and made significant advancements to the AMM model itself to the point where we have like dynamic fees. It's even possible. It would have been ludicrous a year ago or 2 years ago, but it's now possible, right? Even our
But
like
all the
our XYK algo, our slip-based fee model, is not the same one that Uniswap uses or Bancor and those guys. Our math is actually quite better than than our competitors, and it's much more expensive to price manipulate and all these things. It's honestly it's a much better math, and people don't even know that, but it is. It's just been
well,
answered for years.
this is my job, Chad, to start getting this message out there and start doing it. This was frustrating with this hack, because I was just getting ready to like that was like phase two for me. Start getting our propaganda out there and just flooding the net. And so it's yeah, I'm set back a bit on that. But with market across, we'll definitely get some positive, news out there for sure. And then after that, that is after I'm done with them, my goal is to have like at least once a week a Thorchain propaganda article being published online, like not just on our blog, but like on Defiant or Cointelegraph or whatever on some platform, and we just get constant good Thorchain news out there, and we'll get the message out, we'll get the word out. Yeah, slowly but surely.